Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chadtronic, and today we are reacting to an old ABC News report from 1988 called Nuts for Nintendo. Because you certainly don't know anybody who's nuts for Nintendo. Let's watch.
We don't know how to free Zelda, but we do know why kids love them and critics hate them. John Stossel reports, Nuts for Nintendo, when 2020 continues.
I like how they chose to show money during the title screen for this news report.
New York City, early in the morning. Before the toy stores open, they're lined up outside. I'm in line too because the director of 2020 said, Stossel, I hate to ask, but you've got to help me get my kid a copy of Super Mario Bros. 2. This man came all the way from Indiana to get one. He came 1,000 miles just for this game?
Yes. I've done 7 stores a day for 3 weeks now, and I cannot find it.
Clearly, this was the amiibo hunting of its day.
I have to live with my kids for the rest of the year, so I have to have this on Christmas Day.
What was with the abrupt edit right there? Did she say something she might have regretted? What is it that people say? Something like that TV makes for the best babysitter?
School bus drivers report the kids are talking less about clothes and sports and what Joe did to Jane, and more about...
When you get to those things that go up and down, you just jump on them.
After school, even on the day that brings the first beautiful snowfall of the season. Everyone...
Why would they use that clip? They make it look like kids who enjoy Nintendo are douchebags to each other. Video games, helping increase violence and raise bullies all across America.
Bruce Apar is editor of a magazine that follows the industry.
How big a hit is this?
This is as big or bigger than anything the toy industry has ever seen. I'll give you one comparison. Barbie, which is an institution, does about $500 million a year. Nintendo does over 3 times as much.
Did you hear that, Barbie fans? Nintendo fans? We own you! We freaking own you! Get wrecked! That probably clipped the microphone so hard.
What's good about it?
Birdo. He shoots the eggs out of his nose. And also there's this part where you can't go anywhere except for fall down a pit, but you pick up this thing and this rocket appears out of nowhere and it flies to another board. It's weird.
That pretty much sums up your childhood experience, right? It's weird.
There's much more involved in playing the game, much more excitement. There's better use of colors, better use of music. It's not just stick figures anymore.
We have literally over 100 different characters.
I'm pretty sure that's the typical image anyone has when you tell someone you play video games. Thanks, News Report from 1988, for creating that generic image.
The kids delight in finding new twists to the games, secret passages they didn't discover the first times they played, bizarre new weapons.
You're throwing things that I've never even discovered in this game.
Yeah, because you don't know. If you're a grown-up, you hardly do this. If you're a grown-up, you have work to do.
Whoa, dude, kid, take it easy. It's just a grown-up, man. Okay. Poor John Stossel, man. That kid is laying down.
Thank you. May I help you?
And in Seattle, at the company's U.S. headquarters, they listen to the customers. 50,000 people call Nintendo's 800 number every week asking for help with the games. Phones are manned by games fanatics who often play other games while answering questions.
This was before GameFAQs. Okay, guys? This was a necessary service. These guys were like the very first professional Let's Players of their day.
These people are upset because even after waiting all night, they were unable to get their kids a new version of a game called Dragon Quest. In the U.S., it's mostly Mario that they want.
The last Super Mario Bros. 2 was just sold. They get upset.
Did you see that parent? That parent was out of there, man. They're just like, frick it, I'm out.
Can you take my name? Can you take my credit card, please? Can you do something? My kid wants it. His friend has it, and they're not friends anymore because he doesn't have it.
They're not friends anymore because he doesn't have it? Sounds like you need to get new friends, dude.
This makes me wonder, is the shortage real, or are they holding back supplies to increase the mystique?
Some things never change.
Today, some people in the toy business suspect Nintendo's holding games back. And while videotaping in Japan, we did see plenty of the hard-to-get cartridges. The company denies that it's holding back.
Believe me, creating a shortage of this kind was nobody's design, and it's just one of those combinations of demand that far exceeded our most optimistic projections and an inability on the chip supplier to fulfill it.
All this brings us to a final question. Should parents buy these games at all? The National Coalition Against Television Violence thinks they shouldn't, because they say they're bad for kids.
These children are being raised to become murderers, clearly.
How many hours you play a day?
Around 1 or 2.
2 hours a night.
1 or 2. And what, the next thing you're probably going to tell me is that you play video games casually?
And while we were talking, Mom was watching all this warily.
Gets their mind off school when they first come home from school, but then it gets their mind totally off school. So we had to take it away for a while because homework wasn't getting done, bedtime got pushed aside.
What do you mean take it away for a while?
I disassembled it and put it in the back of a closet for a while.
She disassembled it? What the frick are you, some sort of monster?
John, what's your feeling after watching this? Does it make them, brain dead, as you said, or isn't there a certain amount of imagination that you have to use for this game? Yeah.
I just think you have to pay attention and limit the time, and it's fine.
Now I know how you're spending the holidays, watching
right.
Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo. Thank you, John.
I broke my clock.